we are looking at adding and subtracting percentages now. So if I am looking at this percentage over here, just going to get my drawing tools out, my pen. All right, I'm looking at 27%, right? This is out of 100. So if I'm going to write this, I can write this over here, and I can write it as a fraction, right? 27 over 100, sorry. And I can also write 37% as a fraction. So this, or 34 over 100, right? Okay, so now if I'm going to add these fractions, right, all I would do, the denominators are the same. I don't need to change the denominators. I just add the numerators, right? So this would be 61 over 100. And the percentage here would be is 61%. So if I'm wanting to add, can I get different colors here? If I'm wanting to add these percentages, all I have to do is really think that the denominator is like the percentage sign, saying that it's out of 100. Okay, so we don't need to change it into the fraction in order to add it. We can just add the percentages. And this is why. So I can just do 27%, whoops, plus blah, 34%. Okay, and that would equal 61%. Okay, so if I have a student that got 85% out of 100, we're thinking, okay, so I have 85, woohoo, they got 85%, right? So they have 85%. Well, the total of what they're working with here, right, is 85 per 100, right? If we think about that in ratios thing. So if I was going to ask the question of how many wrong did the student get, well, that would be 85, right? The total would be 100. So I would just subtract 85 from 100. So I would have 100 minus 85, and that would be 15, right? And so how many the student got wrong would be 15%. So because these two numbers would need to add up to 100. Okay, so even if I had, oh, they got 25% on this section and they got 60% on this section, well, and I want to know how much they got wrong, well, then I add these together, that's 85, and then I subtract it from 100, and it would still be 15%, right? Okay, so when I'm changing again, just going over this again, I know I did it last video, but if I'm changing I can change a percent to a fraction by making it over 100, so 100ths, and then I can change that to a decimal as well. And the last number should be holding the hundredths place. And I can do that again here, so this would be 94, and that would be over 100, right? And then the decimal would be 0.94 hundredths. Okay, now looking at these here, this is where a lot of people get things confused, okay? So a lot of people will write this as 50 over 100. That's wrong, right? This is the number that's holding the hundredths place. So if I wanted to do anything and have two place holders, I would actually do this. But I do not have to write the zeros there. And it's telling me that that 5 needs to be into the hundredths place. This, if I wanted to write this as a fraction, I can either do one of two things. I can write it as 5 over 10, right? And now if I want to figure out what it is as a percentage, I would then go, oh, well, over 100, right? If I needed something in the hundredths place there, this would be 50 over 100th. And then as a decimal, and then this one as a decimal. And you can see the difference there. This is where lots of people will go wrong. Okay, so just making sure that you understand how to change from fractions to decimals to percentages. Okay. All right, now if a student can find a percentage or if I want you as my student to find a percentage here, this A, all right, so I'm going to do fractions. So what is this out of in total, right? That's the denominator. And then the numerator is going to be 4. And then I'm going to find the equivalent fraction over 100, which is 40. And so this would be 40%. Okay, just do these last two, pause the video and do these last two on your own. And I will just get this down here so that you can check your answers. So that would be times 25. So this would be 25 over 100, which would be 25%, right? Okay, this is 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's out of 20. And that would obviously be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, and then I've multiplied this by 5 to get 100. So this would be 35 over 100, which would be 35%. If I took this further and said, hey, what is this as a decimal? You would just, could do that real quick. Okay, so that's it. If any of this doesn't make any sense at all, because I'm not going to go into numerous different examples anymore, you need to come to the help sessions.